In a small village, two boys lived as the best of friends. One was 6 years old, and the other, 10. They played together, ate together, dreamed together. They were inseparable. One fine afternoon, under the soft golden sun, they dashed out of the village, chasing each other through the fields. "You can't catch me," the older boy teased, sprinting ahead, laughing. "Oh yes, I can," the younger one shouted back, his laughter ringing through the air. But in the middle of their playful chase, the older boy didn't notice an old, hidden well, camouflaged behind wild bushes. Before he could stop himself, his foot slipped, and he fell straight into the well. "Help! I can't swim," he screamed, thrashing and struggling against the cold water. The younger boy skidded to a stop, his heart pounding in his chest. His best friend, his world, was drowning before his eyes. He looked around, desperate for help, but the village was too far away. No one could hear them. And then, he saw it. A bucket. An old, rusty bucket, with a rope tied to it, lying nearby. Without thinking twice, he grabbed the bucket and hurled it down the well. "Hold on to it," he shouted, his voice breaking. The older boy clutched the bucket tightly, his knuckles turning white. The 6-year-old boy pulled, with everything he had. His tiny hands burned. His arms shook. Tears filled his eyes. But he didn't stop. "I won't let go," he whispered to himself. "I have to save him." The rope slipped a little. His feet dragged across the dirt. But he planted them firmly, and pulled again and again. With one final heave, he dragged his friend out of the well, and onto the ground. Both boys collapsed, gasping for air, their clothes soaked, their hearts hammering in their chests. They lay there for a long moment, staring up at the sky, tears mixing with laughter. They hugged each other tightly, holding on as if letting go would make it all a dream. "You saved me," the older boy whispered, his voice trembling. "Of course I did," the younger one replied, smiling through his tears. "Who else would I play with if you were gone?" But suddenly, a new fear struck them. "Oh no," the older boy gasped, wide-eyed. "Our parents are going to kill us. They'll never let us play outside again." They hesitated, then nodded to each other. They had to tell the truth. They sprinted back to the village, muddy, drenched, and shouting their story to everyone who would listen. But instead of applause, the villagers laughed. A 6-year-old pulled a 10-year-old out of a well. "Ha! Impossible. He can't even lift a bucket of water." The boys' faces fell. Their joy shattered. No one believed them. No one, except one. Uncle Frederick, the oldest, wisest man in the village. He listened patiently, his eyes kind, his smile gentle. And then he said, "The question isn't how he did it." He paused. Every ear leaned closer. "The real question is, why he could do it." The village grew quiet. Uncle Frederick continued. There was no one there to tell the boy that he couldn't do it. No one to say, "You're too small. You're too weak." Not even himself. And because no one told him he couldn't, he simply did. The truth is, the only limits we have are the ones we believe in. If no one tells you that you can't, you'll find a way to prove you can. Doubt makes us weak. Belief makes us strong. Believe in yourself. When no one tells you that you can't, you'll discover that you can.